easy call 4-bet with 5-6 suited. So on this board, I am going to check fold 5-6 of hearts and spades. And I'm going to check call 5-6 of diamonds. And I'll check fold the turn. But I expect a pretty low turn bet frequency from him. And personally, I like check on the river with 5-6. Like, I think people tend to 4-bet bluff suited kings. God, it's tempting to call here. It's so tempting to call. What is he going to show me? Just the ace-x that checks back? Alright, I'll fold, but it's tempting. I generally try to get, like, slightly less heroic when I'm stuck a bunch in spots. So, like, just to offset the chance that I'm trying to play bigger pots because I'm tilted. I don't think that's the case, but I just want to keep myself in line a little bit. I also think my checking range should be pretty well protected on that river. The way ranges match up, I'm pretty incentivized to check suited aces on the river rather than, like, rip them. Okay, 5-7 strikes me as a really good double barreling hand because, like, I unblock all the queen jack, queen 10, all the clubs, all the ace 10 of hearts, ace jack of hearts. Like, seems like unblocking, like, all the light floats, plus I have a gut shot built into my hand. Queen 5 suited against under the gun 2.5x. I don't really care too much between calling and folding. Yeah, people have different opinions about VPNing onto sites. Personally, I don't think it's a violation of any game ethics, like, or any. I don't think it's against the spirit of the game or anything. I mean, I've heard arguments made why it could be unethical, like somebody VPNing onto stars for W-Coop doesn't have to pay travel expenses. They get to play from the comfort of their own home. But really, that's, like, not actually providing any in-game advantage. And 90% of the players playing W-Coop anyway are playing from the comfort of their own home. Yeah, so VPNing, I don't have a problem with. I mean, to me, I think that's kind of just between, like, the player and the rules of the site. So it's kind of between the player, the site, and then, like, the government regulations that might be in play. But between players, I don't care at all. I could see how somebody would. I just personally don't. As far as 4-bets, like, yeah, there is quite a range, quite a wide possible range. Personally, like, I've just had really, really strong results in 4-bet pots, both as the 4-better and as the 4-bet caller. Like, just ridiculously good results calling 4-bets. So I don't really need to think too hard about this problem. Like, if I have, like, a suited hand, I'm just going to always call the 4-bet, at least until my results aren't showing so strong. As far as, like, specific spots, I do really like to 3-bet 5-bet as a bluff, small blind versus button, because that's the one spot I think that's massively overfolded is small blind 3-bet and then overfolds to button 4-bet. So I like to, I don't know, second level attack that by 3-bet 5-betting hands that are already fine to 3-bet 5-bet, like 4s 5s, ace 5 suited. I'm just, like, auto clicking those in. It's a moral thing. It bamboozles the players. I mean, does it really? Like, does where you're from really have any impact on the game strategy? I just don't think so. whether you're from Russia or China or the US, as long as you're not like cheating in a way that gains an advantage, like in the game itself, you know, like using some real-time assistance or something, like it doesn't matter where you're from. Like that doesn't make an impact on anything in any sort of meaningful way, as far as I can tell. So personally, I don't like. Oh, I expected this player pool to have no Russians, and this guy's Russian. Well, like him being Russian doesn't. It's like, how's that? It's not an advantage. It's not an advantage to be Russian. Like, if he's good, if he's better than you at poker, he'll take your money. If he's worse than you, you'll take his money. It seems just fair. I don't know. I'm good with that. Alright, I'm gonna fucking spew the venom here if he 3-bets. I'm just gonna spew. I mean, it's actually like fine to 4-bet bluff ace-2 offsuit anyway, but I'm planning a little post-flop spew. Let's just see if he really is in the zone or not. Because if he's in the zone, he'll get me. If he's not in the zone, he'll fold. Queen Jack of clubs is going to be a very, very high frequency barreling hand. And I'm going to pure bet the river, just like an amount like this. And I think this will do very well. I mean, I'm not going to fault him off of king, but I'm going to fault him off everything else. The everything else should be enough. There's a lot of, like, this type of spot, it's very easy to, like, zone in on our opponents having a king because he called twice. But there's actually, like, so many other hands he can have here. Like, he can have ace-queen of spades. He can have ace-9 of diamonds. He can have 10-9. He can have, like, he can have even a hand like pocket tens. There's so many possible hands that our opponent is going to check fold that, you know, even though we get snapped by all of his kings, our bluff should still do pretty well. Yeah, I think the bluff the spot ranges in the pre-flop Bible are really good. I think there was like 2 versions of that or something, and like I saw a pirated copy of it and I looked through it and I was like, oh, these ranges are pretty much perfect. The ranges I play are slightly different for pre-flop raise first in, but pretty fucking close. Like, I just have a few combos that I fold that they like to open. Honestly, I don't really change my pre-flop ranges for Zoom versus regular tables. Yeah, nice graph. Well, not today. Today the graph is not so nice. Jack of diamonds. Like, I think it's a little bit too weak to check raise, so I'm just gonna lead for a bet. Ace deuce. I'm gonna bet on the flop, and I'm not gonna do much double barreling with this hand unless the turn is like a 3 or a 4. King of spades. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check and give up. Like, I have a huge pool of hands at this point, and so like ace-2, I think I block his ace-high floats on the flop, which is harmful, and I also like have no equity, no spades, no gutter, so I'm in the check fold mode.